I just want to put it out. I just want to keep pushing. I just gotta keep giving everything I got, baby. It don't stop. There's just a passion to keep it moving every single day. I just don't know why. I take losses, I get wins. We go up, we go down. But you know what? We keep showing up every single day, and that's what matters, folks. The people that give up and the people that never make it. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna give up? Are you gonna keep pushing? Let's go!
summer was a rider. I hope you get to sign off soon. Still late end of the month, still turn up. Engaged, staying on your once for summer. They made up how it was a weekend. Friends on back cause the man ain't sweetening. Sun just tight, can hold you. Know you're all town outside with your whole crew. Holding it down like you hold them weight. Holding it down like you hold them weight. But still now I need the right one. Still now I wanna fight some. Ride the dice on. If a brother had it so good, he would keep you in the house, put a latch on, put the tax on. Couple things that's between you and you, she ain't never gave a heart without a latch on. Now the summer was a rider. Hope you get to sign up soon. Now the summer was a rider. I hope you get to sign up soon. Still late end of the month, still turn up. Engaged, staying on your once for summer. They made up how it was a weekend. Friends on back cause the man ain't sweetening. Sun just tight, can hold you. Know you're all town outside with your whole crew. Holding it down like you hold them weight. Holding it down like you hold them weight.
Check, check, check. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's go, baby. It's Wednesday, 7:85. I mean, what a beautiful time it is to be alive. Let's focus on all this beautiful energy out here and all the awesomeness. I mean, God has blessed us with another beautiful day. May God bless us all. Thank you for being here. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Today, you can do something great at your job. If you're working, I used to work a job. It's okay to work into your own business. Everyone's got to start somewhere and figure something out. Don't beat yourself up just because you're at work. You know what I mean? You'll be an entrepreneur soon. You're on your way. And to all the entrepreneurs out there, God bless you. I know you fought so hard to get here. Let's keep moving every single day to keep ourselves in position. And may God bless everybody here on the live. Let's jump on in. Shout out to all the awesome people that watch me, from hedge funds to business owners to moms and dads, people all around the world. We love you. We appreciate you guys. And yeah, we love you so much and we care about you. Oh yeah, sorry. Bitcoin battle goes there. Please forgive me. That's where the Bitcoin battle goes. Man. Today, funny. Anyway, always something with, I'm a computer guy, always something with computers. They're fun, but man. So I got my new computer. Going great. I download Streamlabs OBS and just nothing. I click on it, nothing. And I talk to people, they're like, oh, go inside the root file and delete the Chrome 100%, 200% file. And it will open right up. And some people are like, oh my gosh, that works immediately. Thank you so much. And other people are like, that didn't work for me. You know, he's like, okay, we'll try this and try that. And I tried one thing after the next, Like, oh, maybe it's your firewall not letting it open. Go into and make sure and give it permissions in the firewall. Did that. I did everything, folks. It got insane. It was not opening. 11, 2, 3. It was so late. Eventually, I was like, oh my gosh, dude, this is it right here. I may miss it. Why is it always right about to happen when I'm live? Like, it's always like I'm running my mouth. Are they going to run these shorts up here to the, are they going to nail it? 79,258. Let's see. Let me breathe here. 78,301 for now. Buying that red candle would be boss. If that turns into a wick and then I get in on the low, buy in the red, baby. Do you have the guts to buy the red? Ooh. Position sizing would be nice. 14 for 18. Going 500 for $3,000 a day is my plan. Let's see here. It's Wednesday, one of my favorite days to trade. I'm going to execute on the 21. This is right where it should happen, right here, right now. Everything okay?
The bass of the music is a little loud.
That's strange, though, because, like, oh, maybe because I can't hear. Oh, you know, no. The, something's up. Something's up with my control. Hold on. Check. Check. Weird. See what's happening is out of nowhere. I'm getting, see that? Let me go see if there's a gain on. Sometimes if I update it in a different place, yeah, there's some gain on here that I don't need. Check. Okay, so sorry about that. Even though it still looks a little overmodulated though, which is strange. I'll do my best to hold it down. Okay, so I did just enter a live trade here. It's my Sausalito here on the 1 minute time frame. Can we get this push to the upside? Be so nice to just one and done it today. You know what I mean? Call it a day here, live on weeks. Get in, get out, and just make it happen. Get my quick 18. Lately, it's been about 4 for 18, 5 for 20, stuff like that. If you can, 3-to-1, 4-to-1s. I like this 351 for 1887. I mean, that's kind of what you're looking for. Technically should be below this wick, though, right here, to protect myself the best from a possible liquidation event. This wick right there. See that wick right there? Also, you got the 21 kind of running in numbers. We'll see. It's been actually ever since the pump, a couple of my scalps last night, 2 of my scalps didn't play out. It's been treachery. So there's a chance this doesn't happen. If it doesn't, maybe I take a break off the small time frames. You know, I don't want to get chewed up completely, so send this puppy. Come on. Let's do our top-down analysis. I can't take, you know what I mean? I never like to watch it. Just, oh, man. It's like you stare at it, and you just got to let it do its thing. Just got to let it do its thing. Shout out to every beautiful person here on the live that's jumping on in with the lifer. And let's see what happens. You know, let's see what happens here today on the live stream. We never know. I could get my butt whooped. I could take some gains. All right? We'll see. We were trading live yesterday. We did get some gains last night. We got a little couple of gains, just a little bit. I had to be very aggressive, though, and a very small move. So it wasn't not easy. It wasn't easy. You long. Ooh, somebody's short. Yeah. Yeah, and we got the new computer. I haven't named the new computer yet up there. Built by Rand from the computer place. And you know what we could even put is like, you know, built by Rand, the computer place, and put a little text on it. Sean, can you do that? Can you make like a text box, say, built by Rand at the computer place? You know what I mean? And put in Sarasota. Okay? Built by Rand at the computer place, Sarasota. Because everyone will Google that. But dude, he'll build you a computer. You could ship it to him or ship it to you. The guy's a builder, man. He's hungry. He's like, oh no, I'm going to be busy now. I'm just saying, man, I'll tell you right now, computer prices about to skyrocket the way things are looking because of inflation. So you build and they just redid, you know, they just came out with some good stuff. So you're at a place where a lot of new motherboards came out. You get what I'm saying? RAM is at an all-time high. That's the only thing. So you get a little less RAM for the moment and you wait to double up on your RAM if that's what, you know what I mean? And you get what you can for now. That's how I look at it. Anyway, you do you. But I think, you know, strategically, economically, you do want to buy computers at certain times. It's a good time. I think it's just going to get more and more expensive as time goes on. You think it would get less because the tech gets less, but but then everyone wants that tech and as it grows, and so then that's the new thing, and the new thing is the new thing, you know. AMD already has these Z chips now too. I'm like, dang, I got an AMD Ryzen 9. I'm going to want a Z, and then like, will that fit your motherboard? Probably not. And then there's, you know what I mean? When is that going to go? And we got to name the new computer, number 1. We got to win the trade, number 2. We got to bounce off the 200 moving average here, number 3. We got a lot that has to happen today for this all to go right. Okay? We got a lot that has to happen. Am I about to get taken out of this trade? Will Lifer win the trade? That's me. And will the music come back on ever again, or is that it? Is that all they're going to give us today? Funny. I think the music is too loud too. Something's going on. Can you guys hear the music? I'm having a hard time hearing it. It's like lower than normal. Now just bring up my ears. The Bears are taking over right now, as I can clearly see. I'm about to get taken out. Oh my goodness. I got taken out. That was it. It was that fast. Dang, man. Some days it's just that easy. They just snipe me so quick, dude. Wait, how was that? I thought I was down there. I got taken out already? How is that possible? I thought I was lower than that. It should be down here. Anyway, no, I guess I was. Oh yeah, I was right there. I was playing it close to the bone. Dang, man, treachery. Anyway, it's okay. That's why I do risk. That's why I don't lose a lot, because I go very close. If you went big, you'd lose tons of money every time. You can't do that either. So that stinks. We'll see. Many days, my first loss, I come back and make a big win. So I was going to ask if I was going to win the trade or not. I didn't even get a chance to get it in. Let's take a look. It does look somewhat bearish. If I lost my first scalp of the day, it does look a bit bearish. Specs on your new PC, AMD Ryzen 9. The new PC is beautiful. Now, AMD Ryzen 9 9950X3. Okay. Glacial. The Glacial. Like, you don't even know. Glacial. The glacial crosshair motherboard. Like, this thing is just... The motherboards of motherboards. Like, there's never been a better motherboard in the world. Seriously. Unless maybe there's a couple things better, but really, this is it. This is the King Tut of motherboards. You even have... The connectors even go on underneath this plate inside of it, forward-facing. Like, complete, and then instead of the headers being up here and stuff, they're all on the side. It's really... And so you kind of... It's interesting. The build is a little different, a little more difficult, but actually even more, you know, it fits better for a Leon Lee. All right. And then I just got, you know, the GTX 580, right? Just get the old, you know, NVIDIA 5080, and then, yeah, you know, an SSD, and so, you know, so, but the main components was the AMD 950 and the GTX 5080. Right, what else do you need? And then a motherboard like you read about, and then I got 64 gigabytes of RAM, but I will get up to 128 when the time is right. Right, but even I was like, why would I overpay for RAM that I don't need? So, you know. All right, should have gone with the X3D2. Please. Never. This thing is a boss. This thing is a boss. Look. Includes two 10 gig Ethernet ports, two USB 4 ports, two USB 20 gigabyte Type-C front panel connectors. This also features a 3D VC M2 heatsink and 5-inch LCD along with the CASHCAT. You can see, if you look at the LCD screen on it, it's bonanzas. You know what I mean? It's bananas. It really is. Hold on, like... And then we'll get back to our regular skit. Well, look, it's got a video of me at the car show playing inside of the OLED. You see what I'm saying? It's got a video of me going over the Lambo inside the OLED. A picture of me in the Lambo inside a screen here. Okay? The thing is ridiculous. It's in disco mode right now. The thing is ridiculous. It was so fun. Like, picking the parts, getting it done, having a blast. Last night, it wasn't so fun. Streamlabs would not open up. I figured it out. It needed more C++ files than I had. I had to go back to... You had to go find all the C++ files that were ever happened, let it scan, and let it install everything that you need. That was the key. So if you ever have a problem where you can't open up a file, that just might be the answer. All right, let's take a look at what's happening to Bitcoin. It's kind of struggling here, but let's look at the bigger and the smaller time frames. First off, I still stand by my call that there was a 95% chance that we had bottomed down here. Even this wick to me was the bottom because the fear and greed hit 5, and that just never happens. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like seeing a spotted owl twice. You know, it just doesn't happen. I like how the greed has come down a little bit. That's a good thing. I would love it to get back to, like, you know, if it could swing fast, I guess it can swing down. So I'd like it to come back down a little bit and cool off a little bit. That would be nice. A little too high for me at 74, a little too fast. This makes a lot more sense. Okay. So I lost my first trade of the day. It was so nice, huh? They just sniped me right out. I'm telling you, man, I'm loving the 4-hour more than ever. So, and we get the Bitcoin battlefield there down in the right side, if you see. And that is just showing, you know, what's going on there as the Bulls and the Bears are fighting 78,234, 268 for BTC. And what we also do is we go and we slap bookmap on, just like somewhere here on the side there, right? Like that. So you can see bookmap 2 running, and you can see the liquidity for bookmap is further to the downside than to the upside for sure. All right. Definitely further to the downside than to the upside for bookmap. All right. The Bulls and the Bears fighting in the corner. They're about to push the Bears all the way to 0. Maybe it's better to be here on the side. I think this is a better, yeah. So we got bookmap cooking there on your left side of the screen. We got the battlefield, and that's all down there for you. So you can just kind of see what's happening. We got the computer that's absolutely running the stream, cooking, and we got me. All right. So this is, enjoy 100% free rebates on weeks. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let's see if it makes a double bottom. Yeah, so what's the goal today for Bitcoin to remain bullish neutral? We're going to talk about that. So the weekly looks beautiful. I like what I'm seeing on the weekly. All right, we had a beautiful bottom call that we nailed, and, so far so good, right? Let's see if we can hold that. Now, now we have some rejection. Now Bitcoin, you go euphoric. There's going to be a time of cool off. We finally went over that 80K. We got 81, almost 82,000. Was the high of the candle here. It was 81,235 on spot Binance. So, all right, which is like the number one, that's the price action that I trust the most. Okay, so have you found where they move the new button? Still lights up when they smash. New like button. I mean, just hit the like button, everyone. I greatly appreciate it. They're moving it around, somebody says. I have no idea. I'd have to watch a YouTube video today and see what he's talking about, but he's probably, I appreciate you saying that. No, Bitcoin's rip is money. It is money rotating out of AI. It is. And then, it's also money rotating into memes. And, VCs like to swing around, man. They put their money here, then they put their money there. And I'm telling you, the AI bubble was kind of running down, and then it was going to rush into a crypto bubble. It was very likely. But again, it's not always as easy as it seems either. It's the dollar dropping, which is making risk on assets look great. It's the Fed saying that, hey, you know what? We're going to chill right now. We're not going to be raising those rates because before, this is what happens. Let me tell you. I've got it for you. I actually figured it out. Today I figured it out. Because we talk liquidity here like we say every day. And if you watch one of my videos and you came here, where I mentioned in one of my shorts where I break down liquidity and market structure, I appreciate that. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have come in from those. But, wow, Bitcoin's struggling right now to hold key levels. Happy that I got stopped out for the quick 350. My AI stock is up today. Dang. Anyway, we'll see here. 2-week chart looked bullish to me. It told me to go in heavy spot with a lot of money and to grab as much Bitcoin as I could at these key areas. Because I knew if I didn't, I'd look back at the time and say, man, I can't believe I didn't gobble up at least, 4 to a couple, whatever it was, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't believe I didn't get at least what I could down there. A lot of people were stuck, paying attention to a lot of other things. And I'm telling you, you're going to look back at this time and realize, like, the Bitcoin buys may have been the most life-changing events ever right now. So yeah, there's a potential to short here, especially even on the 3-day chart. Rejection, resistance here. You're kind of looking for support to hold those somewhere at about 74, and if it doesn't, you're looking to hold someone at 71,627. Bitcoin mining centers returning to AI data. Bitcoin was created for people to acquire land, electricity, and so all the matter of the centers. Timing is just perfect. Some, they're going back and forth. Yeah. Shout out to Tony Rosas of the house, 95X. My man, Tony, we love you. May God bless you, man. Thank you for jumping on in, dude. And memes are getting a little out of control today. We're going to have a little meme, our morning meme section is coming up. We're going to go over the morning memes. I'm going to have AI make me like a little thing, right? It's interesting. Let's see how fast, we can see how fast we can get stuff done. It's amazing, really, what you can do. What you can does, what you can do's. What you can does, what I can do. And it's mind-boggling, all right? Absolutely mind-boggling. Sad, you just got to bring music down for a second, right? You would make it 16 by 9. You'd make it a video. Okay, and you'd make it like 6 seconds. Can you make a video introduction for my YouTube channel for just a section of my stream where it says morning memes? So you're going to put in the text morning memes and just a little bit of like a sound effect, some type of, behind morning memes, and make it just a quick like 6-second video. Write the text morning memes, make it come out. Maybe you can make some fun stuff in the background that is related to crypto and finance, charts, movements, some candles, some up and down, something cool. Let's see what you can come up with. Thank you. Yeah. Don't say thank you, everybody. It's a waste of time. Yeah, because it doesn't need it. All right, we'll see what it makes. We'll look back later. Okay, so let's continue 3D. Let's take a look at the daily. So the daily looks interesting to me, but it did have that red candle, and that was kind of the right time. Like I said, you know, possible time to take a short position here for Bitcoin. Far from that 21-day moving average on the daily. If this continues and it does hit and you get liquidated up here, it would be, to me, an anomaly. It would mean there's something bigger brewing for Bitcoin, and it's going to go on it's planning on some other type of massive move, right? The normal way this would work, it did pretty good. It could have faded it a little better, but it did great. It did great. Yeah. It did great. I got to give it to it. It did good. We're gonna swing that into the position. That's amazing. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let me get you. I don't think I even sent the link out. Oh man, we slip it today. We slip in the morning. Yeah, let's save that. It's fun, man, playing with these AIs. No, we're not switching today. And is everything still good in the audio? Okay, Sean said audio good, everything good. Interesting. Yeah, the levels are still a little over-modulated for whatever reason, but we'll figure that out. So, I'll be honest, my system's starting to say that, that's a bear div. You're overbought. Just like it's time to start looking at shorts when we're down here after an extended period and you're oversold. It's time to start looking at when you're near the 21 and you're oversold, it's time to look for longs. When you're away from the 21 and you're overbought, it's time to look for shorts. Am I wrong? You know what I mean? It's just kind of how it works. That doesn't look good at all. That's bear div right there. It tells me that I got to short the market. That's just what it says. I don't love shorting Bitcoin, but it tells me that I got to short a bit here. A little bit of a Schultz. And honestly, interesting. The one thing that's cooking is we have this resistance that's holding as support. Still one strange piece of business here. 8 hours coming up. Chance like it could break out of here, right? And you get this kind of it's kind of would be an uptrending cup and handle, right? It would handle the bear div by holding the support of resistance. When you're in a very bullish move, right? When you're in a very bullish move, bearish divergence will only give you the support of resistance. And the same thing, when you're in a very bearish move, bullish divergence will only give you to resistance. Like you won't be able to, you flip it upside down. You'll get this awesome push, but you'll just roll over. It kind of looks like one of those rollovers in a way, right? Where you just get this it's interesting. When you look at it upside down, or you'd say, okay, no, are we going to get like an inverted head and shoulder here, right? Which is going to slowly hold it. And that could happen too as well, for sure, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing on the bigger time frame. So is it time to short the market? I mean, people are already in the money that did short and that have shorted last night on the bigger time frame if you look at it. You see? So, yeah, I mean, it started to see like it could be that time. All right. Exactly. It depends, you know what I mean? You never know. But this is telling me that, the 21 is just getting a little close too. So it's kind of like there is your short. Now you've been slowly moving back. You started the short should have been, if I really wanted to short 79.5 and still only $1,500. So think about it. You would have been in a $79,500 trade to make $1,500. People don't realize this. They want to make tons of money, but nobody realizes the true risk it takes. They don't break down the math. Right now, to make 1,000 to, what I want to make a day, you got to have you have to have a little more, you have to have a bigger position now than we used to. Position has to be 78,100. right? Flip the chart upside down by hitting Alt-I. Flip the chart upside down by hitting Alt-I. Again, by Alt-I. That's how we're going to do this, okay? So, yeah, I mean, higher low, previous support is resistance again on the 4-hour time frame. Very oversold. Now, you have reset a bit here. It's almost, you did get bear div, and the bear div is played out. It was right there. You dumped off the top. Right when this candle started turning red, you flip short and short the market, right? I did not do that. I've been scalping in and out in tiny frames, you know. Wait until it dips below the previous red candle to see if it grabs liquidity for a move to the channel. Thank you. Shout out to Rob Jelly. Yeah. I mean, shout out to Boxable, my man Galeano. I don't know if he's out there, man, but God bless him, man. Cool company. You ever seen Boxable? You know how they like stack? What do you guys think of Boxable? Anyone like that idea? Just want to see what the public thinks. Does anyone know what Boxable is? If you do, if you don't. I just met the dude who like him and his family helped create this stuff. Boxable, man. It's interesting stuff. You could stack them. All right, you could even make it look like this and nice and neat. Nice and clean. You could build the house in a few hours, man. Right? Interesting stuff. Anyway, Boxable, man. An interesting idea, a new innovative way to build. There's a bunch, you know, there's mixed people. There's a bunch of thoughts. So look, 61% chance they're not cutting the rate. So I realized what they did. They made it look like they may raise rates when they knew they weren't going to do anything. That way, when they didn't raise the rates, it was bullish. See, I got it. Yeah. No, but it makes sense, right? So, like, we've got nothing to spark the market. You know what I mean? We're keeping the rates flat. It's going to be nothing. So we got to make it look like, no, let's make it seem like we're going to raise them. And and so the speculation rose to raising. And then, no. Let's talk real dovish at the last second and, like, flip it on them. And then that will get the market to rip. It's kind of interesting, but it's like I feel like there's always a tactic in there, right? So, look, I got stopped out here. That thing just continued to, you know, and that's why when you lose to 200, it gets stopped out. So a lot of people lost a lot more, right? And you got to learn how to lose, man. The crypto taco, bro. Losing is part of this. Today, I lost at the beginning of the stream. Like, you know what I mean? And good thing I did. I'm not revenge trading. I'm not going after it. I took my L. And now you flip upside down and you say, well, how can we look at it this way, right? What am I missing here? That is there something that I'm not seeing because I'm looking at it a different way? I mean, to me, that's just, we've traded this many a time. And so you flip this to the short position. I'm upside down, folks. But you make it look this, because when I started trading, I had to flip short at one point, right? And it was difficult. Everyone knows that everyone knows this, that it's not easy to begin to short the market. Most people can only long. But if you can long, then you can short. That's why I teach my students to free our minds. Like if it's, you know what I mean? If it's upside down, it's the same trade. It's a 21 above the 200. We trade this bullish. We traded bearish. Technically, this should hit the target at 74,963. Now we know where we're going. And it does look like an inverted head and shoulder, does it not? And so you just kind of, you know, and upside down, it doesn't look as good. It doesn't look the same. For whatever reason, but here it's like, yeah, that's it. And then you match out, like, what do we got here? Well, we got liquidity down to 77,000 here on Bookmap. It does tell us there's a good chunk there, right? The Bears just won that battle. They definitely defeated the Bulls completely there, annihilated them, to be honest. That was a decimation on that last battle there. So, yeah, Sam, there's no life in old fat guy in the new one. Have you seen Money Masters? 100%, man. Until we get off the Fed, it doesn't matter, but I don't want to make this a, you know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know nothing. The Federal Reserve is real, and all the money there is real. They have tons of reserves, and they're really federally owned by the government. Don't ever question if the Federal Reserve is privately owned by 13 families that get a vig off of you. That's not true. Don't let anybody tell you that. They have tons of reserves. Don't let anyone tell you they just print money and they have zero bank accounts. They have zero reserves. There's a joke that the Federal Reserve, there's nothing federal about it and they have no reserves. That's not true. Don't believe that. Okay? It's a real government agency that controls your money for you and is there to protect and love you. Cuddle up with the Federal Reserve every night because the Federal Reserve is there for you. Get a pillow called Federal Reserve. It'll make you feel special. They love you more than anyone else. There's never been an agency that has done more for you, to protect you, to hold you, to keep you tight. Should start a comedy show, like a finance comedy show. You know what I mean? The creature from Jekyll Hyde. Yeah. I was just that creature. The creature from Jekyll Island. Yeah. No, it's an amazing book, right? It's all AI. Yeah. Of course it is, man. Why would they, you know what I mean? Now they just let it do its thing. It knows more than you, and you know what to tell it, so then you just, Short from what vexinity? I love you down to like Mr. Delvar right then, yeah. I wonder who changes Trump's, oh my goodness. Sam, you look handsome today, no homo. God bless you, Omar. That's very nice of you. I'm going to take it as just a compliment from one. You're probably a confident person and you're just spreading the love. Thank you. I do feel good today. I didn't sleep at all. For the last 7 nights, everyone, I have to come to terms. I haven't been able to go to bed until 2 or 3 in the morning. I am getting back into computers and computer building, and I guess it's like a passion of mine and it's getting me a little too excited, but I don't know, it's something different. Maybe it's the full moon. Maybe it's this Bitcoin pump that got me like back in action. I can't explain it, but something's got me going. I can even feel it right now. It's this energy. Sam, it's the 2 energy drinks you just took before the show. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, and then you had you had one of those Mexican Cokes last night at like 6, and then you also drank an iced tea at like 6, 7. So that's on your way home while you were in the car. So that's why you couldn't sleep, Sam. Oh. And then you were trying to program screens in your computer at 3 in the morning. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I didn't realize. No, but seriously, doesn't this look like it's going to just go in a massive pump? I mean, dump to, you know what I mean? And we're upside down here for Bitcoin. So should I be shorting this? Or should I be... I'm going to do nothing, honestly. I'm not into shorting the market when it's on these massive tears. I just want to see it come down, reset to some key levels, and see if I can scalp my way in and out. Obviously, like, look, this scalp right there was so beautiful. Last night at 7:30 at night, 8 at night, what a pump that was, up to 81,000. Is that what it was, up at Tuesday night at 11 in the morning? No, that was 11 in the morning, right? Yeah. It was amazing. Anyway, it's crazy too. Off the 21 right there on the 5-minute time frame in just a straight shot. Dang. It's crazy. Oh yeah, right as the show began, I was taking profit. We had the pump. Oh my God, it was nuts. We've had some fun, man. You should have dumped earlier, but wait now. Yeah, finally wait. You're planning to play on your new computer. It's for gaming software like Adobe. Yeah, I do have editing. You know what I mean? That's all. He said that was exit pump. It could be. It could be the 5-bit. It is 21 below the 200 moving average. And in overall, like when you swing this down, you can see it's a descending triangle that usually takes a bit of a dump the length of the base of the triangle. And it goes to the downside. So price action isn't looking amazing right now, to be honest. Looking like it wants to swing low. But I like a rule like take an hour and a half almost or 2 hours before the next trade even. So it kind of keeps you from revenge trading even if you want to. Unless you feel like something that you know, but like this looks like it may just be continue to roll over here. And you got like a bit of a head and shoulder behind you. You've been making lower highs the whole way. You've got a trend you can't break, you know. It tells you, hey, if you can't get back above 78.5, there's no real reason to open up a long. Even right here, see like 79,000, look, resistance, 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 resistance. You can't get above that, retest it. You're likely going lower, folks. So you're going to find how many people were late long. That's what they're trying to figure out now. And they're going to start plowing down to find the liquidity. I mean, that's, you know. Now, if enough people get smart and take profits, there's not going to be enough liquidity down there, and then it's going to have to go after the late shorts. So it depends on how this goes on, right? 77.9, we're sideways, that we've been sideways for a while. The new battle continues there. Sideways price action for BTC. All right. But yeah, you know, we push the boundaries of the computers to the low limit, right? Multiple tabs, you know, streaming at the same time, right? Running streaming software, watching the stream on the streaming software preview window, which runs seamlessly to make sure it's clean, and running multiple cameras, right? I learned how to have 2 different camera setups in the least expensive way, which is really interesting too. I learned like a fun way that I could teach people. How I look at this too is like my mind sees it as like a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. It's just hard to see, you know? It looks like you're about to take a dump right now to the downside. 21 below the 200 moving average, right? That's the sauce right there. Technically the regular way, right? Up the right side. This is what I just went for the other way. Only if I just flipped it and did it as fast as possible, but I don't know if I have what it takes this morning. If I had, let's say I had jumped on in, still have a moment to get in. Shoulder, head, right shoulder there. Look, descending. You can just see you start to slump over, just like when you're long, you start to pump up. You got to watch the trend. You got to play the trend. This will teach you how to play the trend on the weekly and the daily too, which is really nice. You know, when you play with a small time frames, you'll start seeing patterns that then recreate themselves in the bigger time frame. It's I mean, I find it one of the most beautiful things ever in the whole world, right? And yes, I will take a low back rub here. This chair is amazing. HBANA. And, you know, I did everything I could to try to sell the chair. That's the only thing I shouldn't even bring it up, because I did everything I could to sell the chair, and they didn't, I sent multiple emails, said, I'll help you sell the chair. Well, you know, we'll put together a little thing. She's like, I'll help, you know. Dude, they're doing a back to school deal too. Look, I got ripped off. You know, they probably have leftover inventory now, and you see this? I got this HBANA. Dude, let's see how much you can get the chair for. I paid, you know, a lot. I paid like $1,200 or something. You kidding me now? HBANA E3 Pro. Lumbar support, armrest. That doesn't have like the mechanism though, I think. Yeah, if you want the electrical one, this one, yeah, it's 1,169. 340 off though. So it's still a pretty good deal. I've got this chair. This chair is amazing. It's also really cool looking. You know what I mean? It has this little controller here, and it will massage your back while you're sitting there. And this will come in and out and support you. Also has really good like neck and back support, right? And I always forget that it has like forget about this flip out every time too. Amazing. I can't do that though. So anyway, let's get out of the chairs. But, you know what I mean? So Bitcoin looking bear city, 4-hour rolling over, short looking more likely each time, but we are getting more oversold in the 4-hour time frame. So it's a little late. Like that was, to me, the short's up here. Good time to sell the short now. You see what I'm saying? Like you front run the 1-hour time frame. Right? That was yesterday's bigger idea. Remember, it kind of was like, I started getting even this right shoulder here on the 1-hour time frame. When you look back, you're like, oh, wow, it was so simple. Just this right shoulder, you know, put the stop above there. We did go over that yesterday on the channel. I said, that's looking like we're going to make a right shoulder. Even when I started the update in the morning, I started being like, hey, it doesn't look amazing. Looks like we might make this right shoulder. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Nothing is guaranteed, you know. I did get the Bugatti. I did get the Bugatti Lego. So that will end up inside. We'll put this inside. This white will match the white. It'll be a whiter, right? It won't. I've had the other Lego for a long time. The Ecto one is nice. But this is like, I think this will kind of match, you know, it's the Bugatti of computers, right? Maybe Lambo too. We have, you know, we can switch it up. We'll see. So this looks bearish to me. And it almost says you could jump in, like even if you were, you know, it's a little late, but, and we dump down to the 200 moving average. Seen it many times too. The 1 hour will pump us up. It's tough, man. Shorting has been really treachery recently. It's, you know, there's liquidity at 77,000 too. So it just says, you know, the first level here is where we could go, right here. 77K. I believe you could put, pretty sure you can put, oh yeah, the price label goes there, but you could move the price label too. You know, you could also put the price on it like 76,951, right? And you can make it big. You can do all sorts of stuff. Make it bold. And you just kind of know where you're at. Now, this won't change with price, though. That's the only thing, you know. You got to be right. You can't move that. Anyway. Which could be kind of sketchy. All right. Ever deep fry your hot pockets? It's not. If not, you really should. Well, that's when you're living on the edge, man. You, my friend, are really pushing the limits of life. I'd be careful there. You might just get a following doing that. So, it looks bearish. Very, very bearish. Doesn't look fun at all to me. And it does look like we're going lower, folks. I got to be honest. The charts don't lie, and they say, hey, could come down and make this right shoulder, get everyone that's late on the short, and then run us down again. See, the head and shoulder is really that. It's everyone thinking they got it, coming back and grabbing everybody. Oh, but the head stays clean, right? The head stays clean. So the way to short a proper head and shoulder, if you feel the need, is to, you know, if you get in a little early, is to stay above that head, no matter what, right? And to know that you're going to head somewhere down towards that the 200 moving average, but the 200 is going to come up. They should meet somewhere probably right there at the $70,000 level of liquidity. And look, if you look at the 4 hour, there's really, you know what I mean? You'll look left first, and you'll see some so you got some support there at 75K. You see, and you got a little bit of chunk where we're at. So like you see, we have some support right now where we're at. We lose that. We drop down to 76. We lose that at 74.5. We lose that. It's a far cry down to 70,069K. You see? About 70,400. So, and now if you move it open, that's demonstrated clearly by the high volume node sticking out. You can see the gap in the VRVP. What is the VRVP or the VPVR? It's the volume price, volume range or volume range visual profile, the VRVP. And it's just showing you the range between the bigger volume and the smaller volume. A lot of people bought and sold here. A lot of people bought and sold there. Price likes to visit same areas for some reason. So look, it moved fast here. We got a really quick move up. Because we moved really fast down here, then you knew that we could move really fast up here. The gap in the VRVP told you that there was a likely massive short squeeze coming. I've used this indicator so many times. And then on top of that, what I'll see is I'll see big red above us. So I'll see big red above us here. I'll get along on my indicators. This will look right, and all the liquidity, Bitcoin, and then support and resistance in the trend all begin to line up, and it becomes an immediate lock-in. And I'm like, okay, this is something that I'm going to be looking at today, you know? So... One minute still seems to be rolling over here for Bitcoin, right? Just like... So again, bigger time frames don't look amazing. And we're about... Let's take a look at the bullish and bearish confluences here. You know, one thing that's interesting is you might just... You might just come and hit this 1 hour 200 moving average, and that might be the end of it all. The chance that you could use, you know, the 1 hour could stick a move here. Get real tight, but I don't think so. It looks like it's rolling over, and it looks like it broke a neckline. Yeah, it's a descending triangle. There she blows, man. That definitely looks bearish to me. You see? Not amazing. Headed back to the 200 moving average of the 1 hour time frame. Looks like our likely scenario here at 75.8. And you can see the liquidity all the, you know, starts 77 but goes all the way down into that area, right? So out a nice short. I'll be honest, who knows why I did not short. It looked pretty simple to me. I was also late on the, you know, a little late on, like, my grasp. So, yeah, 76.8 is the value area low. You could also pull a Fibonacci from F here and pull it up. And you got a 618 at 77. Yeah, 7866. Yeah, 76.8 is a key area of support there. And it's a Fibonacci retracement level. You could look for a divergence there. It looks like we're definitely headed right down to that area. Really fast. Like just boom to the downside. Hey man, and there she goes. What I'm hesitating on is this idea here, like, could come back up for that right shoulder. So like you get in and then it becomes a rocky road. Key was to get in here, here, or here, and you know, start taking some profits and then moving the stop to break even and seeing what you get. If I'm not in that position, I don't like to put myself in any other position, right? So here I would say again, like, can we get, you know, and you'd say, well, yeah, I'm looking for the flag. And what we did is we did get another descending triangle here. Look, some bull div on the indicator, though, suggesting that this could round its way on out of here. I'll let things play out. See the level that we find, you know, and don't force a trade. I lost my first trade of the day. So, you know, not revenge trading is to me is like showing restraint. I want to go right back in. Everybody does. But the key is to just chill out and not do anything. Right. Sometimes yeah. Be careful. Don't do that. All right. The Crispies with the Cocoa Balls. Yeah. You don't want to be doing that. That could create a chain reaction, man. So shout out to Marcus in the house. God bless you, Marcus, man. Even I lose, Marcus. It happens, man. Lost about 360, 380 after fees today on the market live. Wasn't fun. The whales are fighting hard. They've been pulling 2022 memes to keep Bitcoin up right now. I mean, we're seeing some big pumps in the meme section. It's been a little crazy when you think about it. Yeah, Solana's had a massive comeback here in the last few days. So Pistachio just went to like from nothing to 15 mil or something out of nowhere. Pistachio, right, on Solana. It's actually in a little bit of a flag here. Seems to be some hype. I'm not touching this stuff. I'm really not. I mean, I got IF token. That's it. Because what if on Robinhood chain, it's a new chain. IF could make something big. You never know, right? CyberLeak had that massive run up, right? Based off of the GTA CyberLeak. So much interesting things can happen. And the memes will teach you. If you didn't know what was happening, then you didn't. Now you know. All right. And can we, it's interesting if the team is so fast that they implement a new scene while we're live. I mean, let's see if the team is just like that great. Oh my gosh, the team is attempting to do it. You guys are crazy though. You're doing it live? Wow. How are you doing this, guys? How are you doing this? I can't see myself though, guys. 1 second, you say? All right. I'll put up with like maybe 2 more seconds of this. But that's it. All right, you guys got it? Got it? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Muted. No. We lost the audio. Oh my gosh. We lost the audio. I don't know. Do we get it back? We get it back? Okay, we got it back. We got it back. All right. So a bunch of different interesting stuff going on. I'm just looking at my little list here. 10Ds. Right? Wow, 10Ds spiked to the target just like I said it would. Look at that, man. That's crazy. It did get sold off, but look at it. It hit the target. It's crazy how this stuff plays out, just like when you're scalping anything. All right. CashCat looks good. Like it's just on this uptrend. I see it headed to 41 cents. It may or may not do that. I don't own any. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just telling you. That's all. And then I got to look at my baby if, right? And we will get into your super chats if they're coming on in. Let me know if you want to go over a coin, talk about something. We are here for you to break it down. All right. And we went over a bunch of stuff yesterday when it comes to altcoins too. A lot of crazy altcoins are coming in and out that are interesting. So shout out to Greg with the audio back, man. Yeah, baby. Yeah. I'm trying out new things just to get the chat back. You know what I mean? So I got to play with it, Yeah. It's all been like, it was all part of the show this morning. They said, you're going to play with the audio. You're going to turn the mic off. I said, really? They're like, yeah. It's going to create comments. And so I went along with it, I guess. I'm sorry, guys. I won't do it next time. I apologize. 10Ds. Yeah, you're funny. I won't say the rest of that. You guys are crazy, man. How old are you guys? How old is this show? What is the average viewership? Anyway, we'll see. Possibly reversal here. See, like I didn't jump into a short immediately, even though it doesn't look amazing. Kramer tweeted he supposed that we are just getting started. I don't know what that means, but wow. Yeah. Well, it's just been getting crazy when like you see how many people pay attention to what's happening, they connect to pop culture, and then a meme comes out. Then you either learn about it through the meme or the meme actually, does something crazy. So like Jimothy actually had a bit of a move too. Very interesting. If you look too, let's take a look at today in the top trending coins. BTR, BMT, NCT up 400%. Bob, Bico, remember Economy? And we traded that on and off. BitLayer, Bob, that SPY stock on the S&P. I got that long on the S&P. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ and the S&P and see what happens there with my calls. Am I going to get completely beat down on those calls? Or are they going to come out pretty nice? Please, can we look at Troll and Hood and Robin Troll? I'd like to not to. Sending your super chats for deep dives on your favorite coins. Thank you so much, Greg. Hold me down, Greg, man. I love you, Greg, man. You're a good dude. I can't wait to see you, man. Cheering me up already, thinking about it. I've been busy. Got to hang out with God is Love for like a couple hours the other night. It was nice. Hung out. Had some good times. Is that Randy Hipper? Look, that says Randy. And I swear it's a picture of Randy Hipper. Am I wrong? You see that? I can't see the picture, but I believe it's Randy Hipper. Oh, there's an X? Is there an X there? Sometimes, you know. No, different Randy. So sorry, Randy Hipper. She's like, I do not have a meme. Don't ever spread that. So sorry. So sorry. Oh, my man. Look at my man. Aliens. I said it right. I said it right. I said it right. His face has been shown. He's been doxxed. He's doxxed. It's on. Look at that. He doxed him. Oh, my gosh. Let's take a look here. We have shoulder, head, right shoulder. Can this thing continue to pump to the upside? You never know. Is the Bitcoin trade open, Sam? It's not. I got spanked, man. Yeah. Only the monthly. The monthly's still open. I'm still long on the monthly. I still believe we've bottomed on the bigger time frame. Yeah. That's it. Everything else has been cashed out. This is interesting. Bit of a right shoulder here that could save the day, but it also could turn into a nil. We're battling. Bigger time frames don't look amazing. As we went over, it looks like, you know, the target is 7586 and then a stopover at possibly 769, 768 area. Fibonacci 786, Fibonacci 6182, which we have come back to. Shout out to Marcus for the 10 memberships. You didn't have to do that, but you did. God bless you, man. Thank you so much. Can we look at Turbo, please? Turbo. We can look at Turbo and see if it's doing its thing. Let's look at Turbo. Wow, nice little pump in the smaller time frames. Am I upside down here? I might be, right? Yeah, there you go. So everything kind of taking a little beat down with Bitcoin too, right? You want to make sure that you don't overly... See, when this pump happens, this is what I used to do as a young trader. I would overly, get conviction into altcoins at the first sign of a massive pump like this. All right, so I'd wait, wouldn't buy enough, and then we were here, I was like, oh, they're going to just keep ripping, and I just buy tons of altcoins, and then I'd have to wait for the consolidation or wait for, and now I remember, like, every big pump, it always gives you a better price if you just sit pretty. And so, this looks like it could get nice, but we want to wait for it, and it might come a little lower. To me, it's all about consolidation. If you're less greedy about the best price and more about the best structure, see, I'm more into trading the better structure than the best price. The price is there, yes, it's fine, but I'm not into the price as much as I am into the structure. If that makes any sense, right? Okay. He says, Ben home, and Gerard BDC strategy, we're all bearish for Bitcoin, expecting another flush somewhere around 55 or lower. But that's what I don't know. I've been predominantly open-minded about the market. Some people I've watched, they've been predominantly bearish over time. Like, if you look at it over time, I don't know if it might just get more views. I don't even know if they know better, but they do it anyway, just to kind of, because they love the fame. And bearish posts might actually get more attention. I don't even know. Maybe I'm wrong. I have no idea. Who knows what people do? I have no idea, right? I shouldn't. Don't speculate on other things like that because you don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see if we can get that link. Someone said. Okay, so Turbo looks interesting. I like it. If the daily can begin to consolidate, it's starting to look pretty good. 777's on Bitcoin right now. 7777. Bear City. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it fell to it broke down, you see? He did a live radio interview. Trump is not live right now. Trump is on Talking Money and Crypto. No, he's not. Who said that? Where do you get that information? President is not speaking public. He did an official today, Wednesday. His official show, he did a live radio interview with Glenn Beck at 9 a.m. That interview is already finished. He's currently in a closed press intelligence briefing with no public events listed until later this afternoon. You can watch the Glenn Beck interview here. So maybe you're watching the Glenn Beck interview. It might have just ended or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's Dump City right there. More dump side for BTC. And you can kind of see when it's bearish. You can see when it's bullish. It rolls over, right? I didn't wake up like, let's long the market. I didn't give any longs this morning when I woke up. I was scalping last night. I went to bed after some gains and called it a day, you know? And I just took a hit right now. And now I'm just kind of like, okay. I got to go study some professional certificate. Don't tell us that you're leaving. Just slowly bow out. Don't make it a trend. You know what I mean? We don't need to know. You can just say, love you. Just say, you could go the other way. Say, I can't wait to watch to the end and then just walk away. I teach you the ways of the world, my friends. My dad taught me that, how to be subtly cool. Chainlink, he's like, that would be lying. No, you're not saying anything. You're just saying good things. I got to go study, you know what I mean? It still could be a higher low here as it digs in on the 1 hour time, you know, in the 1 minute. Still could be a higher low. At this point, I do go to the 30 and the 5, and I see, you know, are we trying to get back above the 5-second 200 with conviction? Is there anything kind of going on there? And you got to remember, too, I forgot after the big pump, we're still in this August, you know, we're still in a lower volume type of area where things are, you know. But look, that's like shoulder, head, right shoulder again. It's like droopy magoopy. It's looking Bear City, folks. Look at that. Nice little scalp, bounced off liquidity, but it's attempting to dig in a higher low. Like, so you could say, okay, it's in a symmetrical triangle waiting now, which is 50-50. They are 50-50. They mainly break to the downside, though. Bro, I'm so happy today. My 5-year-old autistic son is starting to talk to the market can go till zero. I don't care. God bless you, man. God bless you, bro. People have done something called zeolite, and they said it's helped get heavy metals. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to step on my boundaries. I have no idea what that world is like, and I don't want to be rude. I don't know. Maybe I've done a little bit of research. Who knows, though? But may God bless you, man. May he somehow be restored. May we find a way. I believe the universe has a cure for everything. Anything out of balance could be put into balance. And I believe there's a will, there's a way, and I still have faith, man. That looks like a reversal diamond there. A bit, no? Right? Bit of a reversal diamond that could bounce to the upside. And I sit here not knowing what's going to happen. I just kind of play with the small time frames and see if they give me something. It's kind of like, you know, it's very similar to swimming in the ocean looking for a wave. If you're in like a boogie board or if you're a surfer. And you just kind of sit and wait. Okay. Trolling Hood doesn't even come up. I don't see it. I'm spelling that correctly, right? Earthcoin, Fox, Martians, so many. Artificial Inu? What? Good in the Hood is at 4.9. It's all right. Good in the Hood, you know. I can see how that could kind of get a good little reference. I don't know what's going on with this thing. But this thing is on some type of crazy uptrended momentum, right? So like if it continues to feel that edge in there and gets, you know, I wouldn't touch this thing. I don't know what's going on with it, and I don't even know where it came from. So, but artificial Inu, and you can get it for NVDA. What is this? Like, how can you get it for NVDA? What is that? What is NVDA? Oh, so you can get it for NVDA tokenized stock, right? I mean, that's what I'm like starting to see here. So these young kids are doing all sorts of crazy, you know, they're oh, but look, it's got, okay, there it is. So there's a Robinhood token called NVDA. It just obviously came out with earnings, right? Thinking they could grab people and be careful of this stuff, man. Don't do any narrative. And some people say, yeah, but it pumped. I mean, it did. And then people using that to buy that other coin, that's crazy. I'd be careful of all that. That sounds insane. So if it wiggles down, honestly, it's a treacherous day. It kind of feels like a false move Monday. Look at the battle right now at 77.8. It's insane. There's a lot of insanity going on right now. A lot of back and forth. Believe it, the best solution is provided, works out. It may be exactly what we desire. However, it is what is the best. We have to tell ourselves it's the best. If we're positive people, you woke up and you were born inside a brain and a body that you never, you know, you can't remember if you asked to be here. You don't know exactly how you got here. Like you think you were told you were born by your parents and you believe that. And I guess that's what happened. And I saw my kids get born. So I saw their lives begin, which is insane, right? They come out of your wife. It's very interesting. You make love. They come out of your wife. Sorry if there's any, but the whole thing is just like you create human beings with your wife. Like it just, if that's not a miracle, I don't know. And then now I live with 3 kids that, they surround me. The people that are around me are people that are, you know, basically presence. It's insane. Troll in the Hood is on Uniswap and Meta. You said troll in hood. Troll in hood? That's different than trolling hood, right? Troll in hood. There it is. Troll in hood. Like a troll in a hoodie. I get it. I didn't get that. I thought it was trolling hood. Like Robin Hood, like Robing Hood. I don't know. Like, you know. Very small market cap, man. Yeah, I'd be careful. 23, like, no, like, you know, way too small. Like, looks okay right now. So far, it looks all right, but it's tiny, man. It could go, you know, who knows. I wish the best of luck to all the people out there, whatever you guys are doing. But you know, I DC into BTC on the low. I bought What If token. You know, that's oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at that. That's my meme. I pick 1 or 2 coins and I stick with them. And I kept telling you, if it can hold 10 million, and 9 million is pretty close. Right? It seems to kind of have this giant double bottom now forming. A bit of a higher low. 1, 2. For me, it's really important it gets back above 1360. It does that. Then it used that a retest. Likely 2 cents is coming. And then we can talk about a retest at 2 cents and an all-time high, right? So, like, if you can't get above 1360, there's no all-time high coming. So we'll just take it one day at a time. Thank you, West Salvador. I love you, man. You've been watching me for a long time, dude. You deserve like a lifer award or something. May God bless you, brother. Sam, I love your content. I started watching you a year ago, and my trading journal turned around in a lot. Keep doing your thing. God bless you, man. God bless you, too. Thank you. It's very nice of you to say. Spread the word that I've helped you trade. It makes a huge difference in my life and everyone's life around, so I appreciate that, man. I really do. Wow, so we got the reversal diamond exactly kind of as we looked at in and out the diamond. Hey, once a diamond, always a diamond to the rhyming tide. So a rising tide on the diamond. Hey, if I get my model, I'll go at it yet again. Sad to say that they pinched me there, but it is what it is. Hey, they didn't pinch me on that one. You know what I mean? It happens. Oh, let's take a look at the NASDAQ call. I got this crazy call on the NASDAQ. Nice bounce back to the upside for Bitcoin. Happy to get caught in that quick short squeeze. All right. See how I'm just taking my time? Waiting for the right opportunity. We'll eventually hit. So I'm calling a move of the NASDAQ to the upside here. It's going to play around, but I like the long here. Anywhere 29.3, 29.230, anywhere in this area. Stops below this low here, you see? And if you can, below these lows right there. If I hit, what is it? Alt-J, right? Yeah, Alt-J will put it right there where you were. So, like, that's an interesting area. So my stop's right below there. So you have these two areas to support. I see a bounce of the NASDAQ coming. Same as the S&P. I see a bounce. So far, the bounce that I did call happened. We got a tweezer bottom. We'll just kind of go back and forth here. We might go down a little bit more. They might play some games, but for the most part. And if they lose this trend line, if we close below 7,400, then I'm wrong. You know, sad to say. Then it looks like we could come and test 73.54. But with conviction, I'm looking for more consolidation in an end of October, in a basically mid-September into October pump. All right. Hey, Sam, thanks to you, because of net profit, I made because of from you yesterday, making net profit. Now I also do trading using 1 minute chart. Just be careful. All right. It worked yesterday, and then some people say, it wasn't me. I gave you a good education. You give yourself some credit. As much as I don't want to take blame for the losses. But no, but seriously, I want him to give himself some credit. Good for you, man. You did it, bro. You touched the buttons. I wasn't sitting in your house. I didn't put my hands over your hands and caress you nicely. You know what I mean? It wasn't an intimate moment with the lifer where I made the trade for you. Seriously, you did it, man. Shout out to Rostaban 6969. Sam, my brother believes you're an XRP hater and won't do TA in it. Is that true? No. Definitely not. I own XRP. Me and my wife loves it. She secretly is a big XRP girl. I think XRP is great, man. I think, I own it. Look at how it bounced off. It might bounce off the 200 moving average on the 1 hour. Look at that move it made. I mean, it went up 69%. Isn't that funny? 69%. It's crazy. I'm still a kid. Yeah, I will always be a kid. Well, look, you can see the Adam and Eve rounded top. Then it rolled over. Is it coming down for more? What you want to do is look at the bigger time frames. What a move for the whole market. When things go up like that, they got to come back down. So what I would just look at is support and resistance. Great times to DCA into when that weekly was low. I kept telling you guys, this is where you DCA. When the weekly is beat up. When there's opportunity out here. The next big opportunity is when the 21 comes into play with these coins. It may not be exactly like this, but there's a good chance I'm pretty spot on here with the move. And this is what it's going to look like. Pay attention. This is what we're looking for. Very tight here and a move up to 218. All right. I think he said that just so you can look at XRP. I know he did. He's smart. It's a really smart way to get me going. I'm like, that was reverse psychology. He played me for a fiddle. But you know what? I like that. He hustled for it. He did something different than everybody else. I love stuff like that. I reward people that think different, that are creative, that actually try to go around my whole life I've been trying to figure out things a different way. I never went dude, I look corporate and all nice and tucked up, but dude, I was raised in a different interest, by an interesting person. My dad was an interesting guy. And if you ever get around me, I'll tell you some stories. It's just a banker's coin. XRP, the banker's coin. I used to say that every day on the channel. XRP, the banker's coin. Can we get the move to the upside here? Can we get the move to the upside? Shout out to Rand at the computer place. The guy is a wizard, man. If you need your computer done, get it done. He built this one up here for me. He's amazing. He is amazing. All right. The guy's spot on, man. Interesting dude. Okay, can we get this tightness here? Can the 21 pull into price action? And can we get it? You know what I mean? I thought Morning Memes was done pretty good. I don't know. I was pretty happy with the team's work. They worked. I mean, they did it in the speed of light. I know our production wasn't perfect. We had to get it, fit to screen and all that, but we got there eventually. Now I'm watching it now. Yeah, black screen for a little too long. Yeah. Way too long, actually. I see that now. Yeah. Let me just make sure that wasn't... Yeah, no, that's okay. Okay. Live show, yeah. I got the ticker, baby. That should be the other camera on the low, but it's not. You know what I mean? Did we lose it? We did lose it, right? Yeah. Something happened there. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. No, everything's rocking. I was just trying to see... Yeah, hold on. Well, it should be... It should be here, yeah. And it should be the whole thing. Yeah. There you go. That thing is rocking. Look, it's playing a video of me at the car show, a picture of me in the Lambo. It's so while the top is going down. Dude. For some reason these lights aren't coming, but it is these are moving around. So interesting. It took me days to get all this stuff like kind of configured the right way. That OLED screen is a bit of a, you know, honestly, I think what happened, all it was too, though, was your bus controllers in your device settings. You got to right click those and you've got to go to properties, power management. You got to say allow the device to turn off. You got to turn all that off. I guess that just gets put on inside of, you know, your Windows operating system to save power. They have a lot of power saving stuff inside, and that's just not going to do it when you have an OLED screen that needs power to that USB. It was disconnecting, connecting every 40 minutes. And I figured it out. It doesn't do it anymore. Now it just stays solid. Solid build. There's your, you know, it's an amazing build. Anyway, I love it. I'm excited. New computers are fun, man. If you're a nerd like me, new computers are fun. Okay, seeing if we can bounce off the 21-day moving average and get into this flag. If we can, then there's a chance that we move back to the upside here and the shorts will continue to get pummeled. So we'll take this one step, one day at a time. See if the 1 hour also is getting the bounce on the bigger move. Look, so we pumped. Now we're coming right back down to support. See, this is what's called a retest. Previous resistance becomes the retest. Can you bounce off the retest? Interesting places to long is the retest, right? It's a high risk, but it gives you a little bit of an edge. At least you're not chasing, right? You would get this bounce now right here, right at this level off this 20. You would expect a bounce here. This would wick back to the upside. You're expecting a wick here. If it plows right through, there's some we got some bearishness going on. Could just be ready to head and shoulder our way further to the downside. That looks likely. The bigger time frames are pressing. We had a huge pump. What goes up must come down. It is what it is. You know, I don't know why it's easier to believe on the pump than the dump, I guess, but it is what it is. All right. There's the bounce. Let's see. Now, some would say, why wouldn't you take a long here? I mean, it is an interesting place, too long. It's a retest, so you've got some, but it's very high risk as well. Then you got to get in, and usually whenever I've longed below the 200, it's usually wiggled around back and forth, and then I've gotten stopped out. Let's just say I just took the long right now. I'm in the long. Let's just say I would have put my stop, right there. Can I go all the way low? No, like right there. I didn't get into the long. I'm hypothetically just seeing what would have happened had I long, right? Previous resistance is support. We're on the 21. Stochastics have reset. I don't even need to see them. I'm pretty sure they have, though. See? Yeah. You went right below, and you're attempting to bounce off the 21 now. The 21 is where price action gets busy. Right there. Technically would be a 5-to-1 if we got back to 78.5. It's enticing. I'll be honest. It makes me, I'm almost want to take it. 78448. Oh, look at that. Today's felt like a Monday for a Wednesday, to be honest. Feels like a false move Wednesday. So it became an indecision doji, but it was a green battle. Now this one's up without much of a wick, right? Yikes. Doesn't mean it can't plow ahead, but dang. Well, retest kind of made some type of retest. I'd like to see that wick down first to wick back up again, though, if it can. There you go. Now you want to buy there because then it could wick back up. But I'm just, yeah, see right there like that? That is a possible entry now. Because now it has a wick. It's weird how when you get into candles, how much it changes, you know? I don't have great luck trading below the 200. But that's a previous support as resistance. That's just old school trading right there. You don't even have to use indicators if you don't want. That's just straight up candles. They stop there. They came to there. 21-day moving average as well. It's a higher low technically. Third higher low. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, 1, 2, 3 higher lows. You know. I'll just wait for my signal later on today. It might take 2 hours. But if we are bullish, we're going to cross the 200. And then we're going to go, you know, and then we're going to hang out with the 21. And at that point, I would execute along with a stop somewhere below this high volume node at 78.1. If we don't do that, this could just be some type of false rally below the 200. We could still be making a shoulder, head right shoulder here, you know, shoulder, head right. I'm not, you know, committing to a beautiful pump just yet. There's some fundamentals going for us, but I believe you me, I've been played by trading below the 200 moving average too many times. And so now I waited out. There was many days where I said I was going to wait it out, and I didn't. I got in. I got rewarded a couple times and thought it was sweet. But I tell you, about 20 out of the 20 times I traded below the 200, I think about 14 of them I fumbled the bag. For whatever reason, it didn't play out for me the way it should have. Whether it was my mentality at the time, the way I used the 200 above it, with the way price fumbled, I don't know what it was. The past couple of weeks, I've seen a couple big plays below the 200. I'm like, damn, I could have taken it. And I have noticed it. And it's been kind of getting me to change my game. Watch, the one thing I do, I might, you know. So far, I would have made money, right? Because I would have entered on that, like, red candle, hopefully. And we'd be up a little bit in the trade. Like 50, 60 bucks, possibly. $77,000 still shows a bunch of liquidity below us, though. We'll see. It doesn't mean that's a guarantor, you know, a guarantee. But we'll see. You know, it does. That's just Bookmap's just telling us. This is a heat map order book. Link in the description if you want to jump on in and use it. And it just kind of shows you where liquidity is. All right, we keep it there at the bottom of the screen with the battlefield. So you can kind of see what's happening to Bitcoin. Keep the price right on you there, 78,057. And the bears have been in control most of the day. Nice pump for Bitcoin up the upside. So there you go to 78,000. And I just banged my shin, and it didn't feel too good. Anyway, nice pump for Bitcoin off the 20, off the 200. And their previous resistance is support. And see, that is that there it is. That's that beautiful traditional price action. And that is a, you know, $200 pump, which I can teach you how to make 200 bucks on. You see, if you do it the right way. Very high risk, had to be done correct. You had to wait for the retest. You have to watch 1 minute candles. You have to be here for the moment. You do kind of have to be in the moment for this. Funny, I haven't played this song in a long time. I remember this song from back in the Dizzle. So what I do too here is we go back to the 30 second and we see, yeah, you know, a 5 second look. If 5 second did the do, it got the 21 above the 200. I'm telling you, this will work on the multi-millisecond. Like, if there was a multi-millisecond chart, it would work. If there was a 10,000 year chart and we actually had an asset that lasted 1,000,000 years, you would see the same. We're in some type of time-space continuum, and it gets trapped up inside of these charts, and the charts show it. And there's nothing these stocks and these whatever we trade can do. Whatever human beings touch, because we're mathematically affected by some type of, force field we're in something. Whatever reality we live in constrains us to these parameters, and they show up in trading. Do you understand how this works? That's why Fibonacci plays out. That's why all this stuff is connected. It's more than trading. It's like a bigger ideal. Once you understand that, trading starts to become a little freer. You start understanding that there's lessons in trading about the entire universe. I know, I'm not. I'm telling you, trading really unlocks who you are inside and where we are. Kind of shows you a little bit of what we're doing. It reveals something about this physical space we're in. Because why do these patterns play out over time? Why can you see this stuff time and time again? What's going on here? It's beyond it's market manipulation, but fine. Then we manipulate ourselves the same way and time again then. So we still leave patterns no matter what anyone wants to call it or do it or say it is. 30-second is in the model. Or no, it's battling the 200 moving average, right? So there you have it, and then you kind of look at something like this. If you're as bullish as everybody says you are, if the bullish divergence is strong, if everything's going our way, we're going to get above this 200 moving average on the 1 minute time frame. Then we're going to do the same type of setup again and consolidate. If not, we're going to roll over right here. We're not going to get above this. And this is shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is a symmetrical. It's going to dump. And then you got to start thinking that we're in like another descending that's going to fulfill this lower level and continue to dump down to 76.8 that we've been talking about, right? So, man, we get above this. I look for my model. I go long. You come in here, you crunch down. It's likely you take a short. You could take a short of the rejection of the 200 if you feel that confident. I don't do that too much. Short was up there. This, kind of a double top kind of, but I was long and got stopped out right there. That was they liquidated the longs fast on that one. Felt like a false move Monday, to be honest. Very treachery today in the market, back and forth. People want the same euphoria we got for the last week, and it's not there anymore. You see what I'm saying? It's not going to be so pumpy. It's back to real-time trading. Like, you got to know how to trade again. Can't just throw money on a flag and make money. You can't look smart for a week and it's going to be tough. And you don't want to get completely clapped out here. So be careful, one step at a time. One day at a time. All right. That's interesting. That's a bit of a cup and handle. That shows signs of life there. Which I haven't done in a long time, but I would trade, a lot of days I would trade this. You guys used to watch me trade up to the 200. It was the opposite. We'd look for the bottom of the market every single day. Like, market would be dumping, I'd find the bottom on the 1 minute. We did see this bit of what was a diamond pattern. And to me, it was a diamond. As weird as it was a diamond. And it reversed in the diamond, up the diamond, Jamie Dimon. 78550. Stop loss 77854. All right. 330 for 9. Do I break all my rules right now and trade below the 200? It looks interesting. They got a lot of late shorts. Once we crack the 200, though, we'll be coming back down. Somewhere to that 21 if it happens. Patience is hard right now. I'm going to stop because many times they've played me. I'm not going to do it. I have learned my lesson. It shows that I've learned. I've been it's almost like a dog that's been beaten. I will not go to my bowl early. It's like, I try to eat the sausage too fast and they got me. Didn't sound right, but like, oh, man. You know, the dog, but, you know, tried to eat the big steak T-bone too fast, and they can't, you know what I mean? Not your time to eat yet. You'll eat when we tell you to eat, you know, it's like, I want to, you know, I want to, yeah, I desire to jump into the long, but I don't want to get beat down, all right? Oh, man. You never know. I'm turning beet red right now. That one was tough for me. I'll be honest, it was. Hurt me deep inside. No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, my goodness. So can we get this bounce further to the upside, somewhere to 76,654? I don't know. It's like a toiga right now. Very toy. Oh, yeah, this used to be the ending song. Remember, it kind of reminds me of the end of the show. It's like, oh, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. For a while, that was just a playlist we were running, right? The Marvelator. So we have Marv and Marv 2. I just want to call it Marv 2. Marv 1, Marv 2. You know what I mean? Wow, there it goes. I mean, it's a beautiful flag on the 21. Technically, I mean, looks lovely. 30-second is getting the tightness with the 21 and the 200. So the 30-second says yes. You're going to send it to 78.6. Look at this. Boom. Short squeeze coming on the 30-second. Let's see if this thing can play out. Why the 30-second? Sometimes I need it when the time frames get very pinched. The smaller time frames can give us some good information. The 30-second provides a lot of high detail when the 1 minute is waiting for my signal. And then I just backtrack the signal into the 30-second. You see? Very simple. Nothing crazy. So look, we found the diamond. Resistance, bounce. We find this beautiful, it was a bull pennant, technically. And now when my signal does show up in an hour, maybe, it might take about an hour, there's more likelihood that I could hit this one too. Starts to kind of build a big picture or a good picture of what could be happening. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's jump on into the super chats. It's been an amazing stream. I don't know how. I really don't know where the time goes. Shout out to the 1,054 people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'm just had a great conversation with the part owner of Hungry Howies. There's so much opportunity in this live. I know, right? Sam, can you show MAs real quick? The 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, and the 200. All you got to do is go over to Trading, View. Hit on your indicators. Type in Lifer. Hit the first one you see, Lifer 5 MA. Add that to your chart. Once it's on your chart, though, go to the plot section. Let me show you. Go here. Go to Lifer. Click on it. Go to this section here. Hit this. And just turn the plot off. And you'll get the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, the 200, all the right colors that we use. Ready to go. No questions asked. You're ready to rock. All right. $30-second looks like it could be breaking out here, folks. Getting an edge. Many people saying the rate of the passage of time, speed, is up since around 2020, 21. Thinking about it. Definitely seems like it did at some point somewhere. I mean, it feels that way. A 2-month trip now feels like a couple days. Yeah. The daily looks so good on the Lifer 5 MA. Thank you, man. I mean, everything's going well. We look like we're about to have a golden cross coming in, like, I don't know, a couple weeks. It does look nice. I think that's what you're looking at, yeah. So look, see how we got rejected by that 200? Let's see what happens here. This is going to become a little battle. I had a buddy, Jason Battle, man. I wonder where all these people that I used to work with are, man. I worked with so many different people. I wonder where they ended up or what they did. I lost contact with a lot of people, and I also grew out of a lot of people, no offense. Man, some people just weren't my cup of tea no more. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Like growing, you hung out with someone, they were cool, and then,
It just didn't seem that cool no more. Some people probably don't talk to me no more. Same thing, you know what I mean? Even though I think, bro, yeah, they say the older you get, the faster time goes because you only remember a fraction of the year as you age. So you're 50, you only remember 1/50th of the year. Compound that with your memory. Yeah, it happens, dude. It goes by so quick. Eventually, you start remembering, when you're 20, you can go through your memories and kind of remember stuff. Then you're 25, 30, 35. By 40, you've done so many things, met so many people, gone so many places that, trying to remember everything starts to drift away. It's almost like a waste of time. It's like a chore. I mean, and your brain doesn't even have the brain power it used to have, right? So 77,000 still looking like an area to watch. We'll see, though. We're getting tight again inside of the flag. I'm not long. I'm going to wait for us to cross that 200 of the 1 minute and then attempt another trade today. I like Wednesdays, so it's what I do. Whereas when you're a child, you remember 1/8 of 8 years old, etc. Exactly. 1/10 of 10 years old. 1/50th of 50. Interesting. AGI works the same way backwards, though. It remembers it, Ever since I had my daughter, I hardly think about anyone else. I have 3 of them, bro. Imagine if you had 3 daughters. Each one consumes my mind even more, you know what I mean? All of them. I got this Lego. I told my 5-year-old we're going to build this. I'm excited to build with her. You know what I mean? I can't wait. She's going to come, first thing she's going to say, where's the Lego you told me we could build? You know what I mean? So that's just, you know what I mean? And I'm going to tell her we're going to put it in the computer, and every day she's going to be like, can I see the Lego in the computer, And she's going to, right? How much capital do you trade with live 1 minute quick trades? If you don't mind me asking. No, it's a beautiful question. It's awesome. I might have 20 to 30 grand inside of the till. I trade isolated, separated. I mean, it doesn't even matter if I had that much in. I probably only need 5 to 10 grand, but that's what I like to have. Once I get over that, I like to transfer it out, up to 25. Once I get to 25 grand, I like to take 4 to 5 grand out and buy some stocks or buy something with it, or even just put it away. How much? So most of my trades are between. It depends on the day, and it depends on what I'm looking at. If I really like the trade, I'm going to trade the actual price of Bitcoin. If I really, really like the trade, I'm going to double the price of Bitcoin. If I really think I got an edge, I'm going to triple to maybe quadruple the price of Bitcoin. So if I think the trade's the hottest trade ever, I'm going to be on a daily time frame, and I'm going to be trading a pretty big position. Maybe 100,000, maybe even up to 5. My biggest position in my life was $1 million. It didn't work out for me, so I slowed down to 500. So, my biggest position lately is 500 grand, right? It's not what you remember, it's how you perceive time. 1 year is 100% of your life, so it feels like an eternity. 10 years is 10%. The older you get, the less 1 year is the total percentage of life. Facts. It's like running around a track. After 10 times running around the track, it starts to feel easier. The 11th time, it's way quicker to run around the track. Especially if you with the same people. Sometimes you run around a track, right? And there's someone stretching. There's 2 people talking. There's cars going around in a circle, depending on where you are, right? And I used to run around the track at Roberto Clemente Field in Boston, near BU there, right there, Kenmore Square. And, you could, you see the thing, you go around once. That's all new to you. The girl's sitting there talking. There might be some guy playing violin over there. There's always a painter sometimes, maybe painting some, and this is how it, There's a couple, they're lying on on a towel together, just, young kid. I'm not saying they're doing, but they're just talking, you know what I mean? I'm just saying these are the things you see when you're in a field in a local city and you're running and you look at all that the first time and then the second time and the third, and by the 5th time you've seen all those people. And it's it's not the, So, and I equate that to life. Life is similar to you running around that field, right? And so, yeah. The first time you run around the field, 1 year old, it's a run. You go around do your 1 year. It's just weird to be closer to 50 than 20. It makes you kind of wonder what's happening. There's no way and then once you're 50, you're there's no way I'm 50 years old. How am I 50 years old? It doesn't make sense. A guy like me that feels so young, so vibrant, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Okay, so back to the exact question. So I'm going to be using $2,000 to $3,000 at about 30x leverage. Okay. Depending on what's going on. Right now I'm at 33x leverage, right? This trade now looks almost guaranteed to play out the way it's setting up. It's almost telling me I should just take it, stop being a pansy, go for 78.7. I'm going to miss out. My indicators are spot on. Everything is right. No, like, is he? And again, don't do anything you see anybody do on YouTube just because they're doing it. You know what I mean? This is a reality TV show of my life. I'm just sharing with you guys how I do it. You may have a different way. I don't know. You know, you may like a little bit of what I'm doing, but add a twist to it. I don't know. But again, I'm not your financial advisor. I don't think I say you should be taken as such. If you're in my trading group, I will never tell you what to buy and sell, and I won't sit and go over your portfolio with you. I don't do that with people. I will show you what I'm doing. I'll show you my portfolio. We'll talk about life. We'll talk about different stuff, but I am not a financial advisor. You're a teacher. I'm a teacher. You're a student. You're a teacher. I'm a student. You know, both. But I'm a teacher. You're a student, and together, I'm here to kind of educate you on the market, on what I'm looking at, and on the technical analysis behind it, right? So, man, what direction are we going today? Who knows? We're tight right now on this small time frame. I'm mapping it out for you. I don't know exactly what's going to happen today. Where there's no struggle, there's no strength. Character is power. Age also really sets in when you lose loved ones. Yeah, I agree. From India, Donald Trump, Eagles market, yeah. Happy thoughts always, man. I feel you. Pumperoni and cheese. Yeah. Sui long till the wheels fall off. I feel you, LB Prank, man. We've been through a lot, brother. We've been through a lot. Too much, one would say. Keeps reverting back to the trending, like, but I want to see just the regular. Okay, let's see what happened last hour here. So Nexo, lending to Stacks, funny, Bitcoin. Lit continues to do some damage, up 31%. Pump.fun is getting the love, man, and we gave you Pump before Pump. You know, I saw Morpho. I was on Coinbase last night, and they were like, you want to lend with Morpho? So, like, Morpho's getting advertised on Coinbase, meaning it's getting used as a use case. And it's getting advertised one of the biggest people in the world. How does Morpho not continue to go up in value? So they got 1.2 billion in market cap. It's a lending protocol. You can lend your money at 7%. I went to do it, and then I decided to make double your money. You know, at 3 to 4%, you can make a pretty good penny on a large amount. But it takes its time, you know. So. Solana, 96 bucks. That's beautiful. We gave you the call for that too. Layer 0. It's going to be time for things to cool down. I'm going to give you Solana. I'm going to give you ENA. We're going to talk about NBNB. We're going to show you some stuff that you should be paying attention to. Bitcoin in the 1 minute is always fun. Don't get me wrong, but let's look at our bigger picture. Let's start planning. We got to start planning out when our next big trades are going to be. If we don't do it now, we're going to miss out on the perfect timing to do it. And I was just kind of like keep watching. Yeah, there's a smaller flag there. There's a flag here. Do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. Pump is going to tens of billions. It definitely looks like it could. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Running part 12, right? Canton Network board looks pretty good. Canton CC, man. Canton CC is the one. Let's take a look at Sol. So I like the S&P futures. I like the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at Solana, baby. So Sol, you know, likely to get a bit of a pullback, let's be honest, or if not a pullback, some sideways price action. But likely something like this is you know, back somewhere to the support. 21-day moving average is just out of place for price action, and now there's a chance we can elongate, come down, bounce, come up, and then pull the 21 into price. So whatever happens here happens, but it's definitely the 21 that's going to give us the next move. Just like when we were here, you had to wait to come back to the 21 for the next move there. And then it took its time, but then it cup and handled. We gave you the support of resistance. We nailed it. We could even see the next move. All right. The measured move was awesome. Let's look at Ethereum. We're also going to look at ETH BTC because I want to see how Ethereum is holding up against Bitcoin. It's looking a little more bullish than Bitcoin, right? If you see how like Bitcoin, you know, and that makes sense if you just people like, okay. Now, could he still take this bigger pullback? There's a chance it could be something like this, but the more we watch it, the more likely I feel like it's going to flag in the uptrending zone. I don't know. I could see that. 21 isn't too far, though. 4 hours in a nice flag right now for Ethereum. I'm being honest, you know, Bitcoin might just get a bounce here back to the top of the trend. There's bullishness in the air. It tells me to be careful shorting like I used, you know, a traditional short. And again, then you miss the easy short that's right there in front of you, right? I see this trend line. It has to bearishly lose this trend line for me to be really bearish. Ethereum could technically hang out here and consolidate a little bit. Till August 31st, though, that would take about 6-7 days, you know? Thoughts on CashCat? I think we went over it already. Looks good to me. What if back to 11 million just got a massive pump? It's nice to see. What if just got a almost $2 million pump, almost 25% gain? I like the double bottom. It's my coin. I got a big bag of it. I mean, right now, about a $4,000 bag, something like that. So we'll see where it goes. If it ever gets to $1 billion, it would be an amazing run. CashCat looks good to me. It was inside this nice flag, and it broke out the flag, and it, to me, looks like it's going to continue. Just consolidate a little bit. I see a target of 42 cents, 40 cents. I see a target of 40 cents coming. Bitcoin struggling to kind of stay alive. See, this has happened to me every time I've gone out that trade below the 200. I've paid with the back and forth, and it hasn't been fun. And see, I'm happy that I listened to myself this time and just took a break. We made a lot last week. We don't have to go crazy. Thanks for teaching the sauce, Sammy. God bless you, man. Can we please look at Troll? And we did look at that. Thank you. We looked at Turbo. Sam, could Bitcoin's REP money rotating out of AIs and the head of NVDA crushes earnings tonight? Could we see capital rotate back into AI? We could, dude. I think you're spot on, Charles. Why can't we look at Troll and Hood? We did. We looked at it. I didn't know it was Troll and Hood. See, now I figured it out. Please, Sam, can you check Zama? We'll look at Zama. Troll and Hood. Yeah, we found it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm sorry it took me a second to get it there, brother Freddie. I love you, man. Sam, I love your content. Started watching a year ago. My trading journal turned around a lot. Keep your thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Greetings, comrade. Thoughts on CashCat? And we got CashCat. Wow, we did all the super chats today. I don't even remember doing them. Somehow I did them all. Because now I remember talking about them. I guess I did them as they came in and just nailed them. There's the bounce you're looking for when you want to get the pump. There's the bounce. They're not letting this thing go just yet today. There's, you know, if you're short and it's annoying. You're like, dang, what are they doing to me here? And I know you got to use the 30-second 200 moving average, and you got to be like, okay. This would want me to short yet again. It would push me to say, okay, why can't I just take that short? Be careful. It could just be rolling over, you know what I mean? Another rollover here. Technically still bearish. Yeah, 76.8, 77,000 is showing up a lot. A battle at 78K. It's kind of been like this now. It's been choppy for a while. You know? We got accustomed to up only for a few days. It just doesn't work like that. That wasn't realistic price action as much as we wanted it to be. Right? I bought Lightning tickets with some profits. Can't wait. That's cool, man. I want to go see the Lightning. I'm going to go take my daughter to go see the Lightning one night. That's a good idea, man. She'll get excited. Ice hockey's fun. I'll explain it to her. I'll teach her stuff. She'll be like, wow. Right now, she's busy dominating that volleyball court, man. I got to give her credit for jumping on in there. It's not easy. Not easy at all. All right. We'll probably get the move later today. We will. I'm looking forward. I'll be sitting here waiting, and I'll update the trading group as it comes. Everybody, thank you so much for jumping on in today. We are tight. We're going to be going over altcoins a lot as well and seeing what's happening, so pay attention. All right. I love you. I appreciate you. It was a sideways price action. I got hit off on my first trade of the day, but that's okay. I could have lost more. And I didn't chase it. I didn't overtrade. I'm proud of myself for that. I'm going to wait for the signal yet again. We might get a pump right now, right as I'm about to leave. Right? Shout out to the thousands of people here on the live. We appreciate you all for being here, and thank you so much. My son loves Penguin names. We have Cleveland Monsters season tickets. Amazing. Penguins games, yeah. Also, it's fun in NHL for me. Wow, dude, that's really nice. Later, traders. Shout out to Aliens in the house, man. Thank you so much. And I've just been shot, but tomorrow I'm going to put it out there. I apologize today. I'm just so tired. Okay. Thank you, Lifer. There goes your likes. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Very nice of you. So look, man, I found the bottom with that diamond. I didn't take the call, but it was, look, it was the money printer. I don't know why they put it left, but there it was. I mean, it came back down to the 786. See that? So crazy. Pinpoint accuracy almost every time. Should be attending city council meetings to keep them from stealing your money. Thank you. Nice little pump back to the upside for Bitcoin, bouncing off 77.92 to 78.100. Nice little $200 move. Oh, 160. Dude, 96K could come faster than we think on the bigger time frames for sure. Stay vigilant. I'm going to stay away from shorting the market too much. You know what I mean? Unless you're scalping in and out like that. That was a good short of the 1 hour. And there could be some opportunity. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm going to stay open-minded, but I'm going to lean more bullishly biased because we're in this massive uptrend. Like, this liquidity could disappear and we could flip, you know, and get all the way to 82,000 again. And look, there still is liquidity up there and even here at 79.5. So pay attention, folks. We'll be back at it with you, and we'll keep kicking it. May God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all for jumping on in and being absolutely amazing. I'll see you guys all tomorrow for an awesome, you know, kick butt live stream. May God bless you. I thank you. And I'll see you guys mañana. One more thing is the secret to success. I talk about it every single day. And there is a secret to success. And you know what it is? It's getting started. You also have to have perseverance. You know, once you get started, I mean, getting started is great. But I mean, I got started and then there was also a lot of hard roads in front of me. So you got to keep pushing. It doesn't happen overnight. And it takes everything to keep going no matter what. So remember that. Even I have to struggle every single day. I didn't make it. I got to a certain place in life, but if I stop, it goes all backwards immediately. You got to keep up. Once your life gets intense, now you got a higher intensity to keep up. It's even harder now. My life's harder than it ever was. I love it. Don't get me wrong. I took on the difficulty level of the hash rate of my life, but my hash rate is higher than it ever was. So there's definitely a difficulty level to keep up with it. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And may God bless me for that. I have something to do and something to toil on. I'm so blessed. I'm always happy. Never complain when you're busy. Oh, I got all this stuff to do. You know what? You're lucky you got stuff to do. There's someone that wishes they got stuff to do, man. Stay blessed in every aspect of your life, and it will get better. I love y'all. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow.
Already on your mind, but even